Hey everybody, welcome back. What's up? I'm here with my son, Ranon. I'm sure you remember him.
Yeah.
Say hello.
Hello.
So, we're back with a really cool video. Today, we're going to talk about how to draw an emperor scorpion.
That's right.
And my son, Ranon, here is going to educate us a little bit on scorpion lore because he's the master of the scorpions around here. So, before we get started, I have an announcement to make. I am soon to be celebrating my 100th video with this channel. And to celebrate that, I want to do a really cool giveaway and give away a super awesome painting to you, one of my viewers. I have a really enormous, beautiful canvas right over there in the corner. You can't see it because it's behind the other ones, but it's over there. An enormous canvas that I just don't know what to paint on. And so I want you guys to help me figure out what to paint on it. I want you to send me messages here in the comments or DM me on my Instagram. The link is in the description. And send me a message and tell me what you want me to paint on this big, beautiful canvas. It could be anything. It could be your dog or your cat or your eyeball or landscape, yeah, or a moonscape, or the face on Mars.
The face on Mars?
Yeah. You don't know about the face on Mars?
No.
I'll show you.
And also,
It'll like...
I have an idea that to get you a whole bunch of new subscribers.
After, we're making a video.
Alright.
Okay, so leave me a message in the comments or DM me on Instagram with your ideas, and not those ideas. And the winning idea, I will make a video based on the process of that painting, and that person will win the finished piece. And I'll pay the shipping. Okay, so now do you want to talk about scorpions?
Yeah. The scorpion is quite a unique animal. It is unique in the way that it's an arachnid, which means it has 8 legs, along with the predatory habits. The scorpion is what a scorpion looks like, when most people think of it, is that tail that comes down to sting something, like a prey. But that's only for the small scorpions. However, what I think of when I think of a scorpion is its weird two chelicerae, which are claws that it uses to shovel food into its mandibles. To understand this, imagine having a mustachio of pincer, whereas no lips and fingers for teeth. And then we have the fact that the bigger the scorpion, the less potent its venom is, which is very good because having a big scorpion, it may be able to pinch you and even potentially take a finger off if it's an emperor scorpion. But if it stings you, an emperor scorpion's sting is only as potent as a bee sting. And the chance that you're going to have an allergic reaction is as much as you would a bee sting. And some species of scorpion, such as the blue Caribbean scorpion, can flatten themselves purposefully to be as like a credit card's thickness, which is just freaky if you ask me. And yeah, that's pretty much the scorpion.
Okay. So, what we're gonna do is we're gonna start with a loose sketch. We're going to make a long oval right here like this. Watch mine, and then I want you to do yours, okay?
Okay.
Coming down diagonally like that. And that is gonna be his body. His metasoma, right?
Right.
But make it a little longer, because look how long his body is. Like, you want it to be this whole shape, not just one section of it, because like it's just the oval of his body. Okay, awesome. So he's got two big pedipalps, his big claws. So looking at his body and how big his pedipalps are, I'm gonna put one over here like that, a big oval. And then one over here, another big oval, slightly smaller because it's kind of on its side.
I think that a good tactic would be to draw the arc so that you know.
Go for it. Go with your instinct. Trust your gut. Okay, so we're gonna roughly sketch this in, get things in place. Add his tail on the top. Go. Whenever you're ready to move on to that, just get the general shape and size, just so that you've got an outline. Looks good. Looks a little. It looks a little bit like it's a little distant over here, like his head should come down here, or his prosoma.
Yeah.
Is that what his head is? Okay. So yeah, I would just bring it down a little bit. No, the prosoma is the head. Okay, so just like that, a nice oval. Add the arch of his tail at the top.
And since this is from a slight angle, this is basically a very, 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 very foreshortened circle.
Yeah, something like that. Yeah, exactly. Because if we were looking at him from the side, his tail would be like that.
Yes.
But we're not. So we just see it coming up and the front part of the tail covering the back part because it's such an extreme angle. Okay, so you're happy where everything is? We gotta figure out where we want to put the legs now. So I'm gonna start with the back legs because I find it a lot easier to map everything out that way, because otherwise I find it difficult to space them out along the body. So you know that you need room for 4 legs. So the furthest back one comes out like here a little bit. And on the other side. And then like here towards the body. I too am just making sketchy lines, and if it's not in the right place, erase it and fix it, because later on we'll go over and make nice hard lines over everything and give it a nice big hard outline. It's going to be beautiful and bold. But right now, it's just the plan. Yeah, because essentially on a scorpion, on its leg, like the equivalent to a human would be, this is its thigh, this is its foreleg, this is its foot, and that's its claw. Look at the sectioning on the body too.
I'm not even halfway there.
Yeah, you're close. You're close. Now his front pair of legs is mostly hidden by his pedipalps, but you can see just how there's a little bit of his leg in there and in here. Just fill it in. Hold on, moving on back for a second. Look, this is where his pedipalp meets his body, but there's a huge gap in between where this leg is and where that is. His leg's supposed to come down here. So this shouldn't be here, this should come down there. Like that. There you go. And then that goes to this pedipalp. See? It closes the gap.
Gotcha. The claws on scorpions are bigger compared to the rest of the body, the bigger the scorpion species.
That's interesting.
And the reason is the bigger the scorpion, the less they need their venom.
Okay, yeah, that makes perfect sense.
So they can hunt things with their claws.
So now that the sketching stage is done, we're going to go through and make a nice hard outline. So we're going to take our time. What we're going to do is we're going to start at the top, at his tail, and work our way down. You know why?
No.
Can you think of a good reason why? Because if you start at the bottom and you make all these nice, beautiful, dark, black details, and then you start working up his body, look where my hand's going. And then by the time I get to the top, all this is solid gray. Because my hand's been touching it. So you want to work, like, for me, I'm right-handed, you're right-handed too, so I would adopt this as well. If you're doing a pencil drawing like this and you're filling in details, try to start from like the top left-hand corner and work down like this. So you're working away from what you've done. Okay? So, starting up at his tail here, you see this segment really strongly here. And his butt is like right here. This really unique little shape that's white, you know, so it's like it shows up really well. In this stage, don't be afraid to use a nice hard line. You already know kind of where you want everything to go, and you can still erase, so, you know, it's not too late. Here I used a double line because you can see a really, really hard separation between those sections on his tail. Your scorpion is very fat and well fed looking.
He's been eating a lot of cicadas. Betas. Like Beta, Manny.
All the fallen cicadas.
Susan.
Susan? Susan. I miss her. No, not really. I didn't know her.
Yeah, she didn't last very long.
Yeah, I don't doubt it. Make sure when you do the sections of his body here that you don't skimp on how fat they are. Like, notice that there's a really big curve. The sections of his body are really large and they've got a really heavy curve in them. And also, like we were talking about before, the sections of the body are wider near his tail and narrower near his head.
Gotcha. Such a unique culture.
Oh yes, very beautiful. So Close enough. Whatever. Not perfect, but like I said, doesn't have to. This needs to be a harder curve, so I'm gonna erase that. Don't worry about erasing something fast if we need to. There we go, that's better. Remember to rough in the segments of his body. Make them nice and wide at the top and narrow closer to his head. It's okay. Press lightly while you're figuring out where they're gonna go. And one tip is look at where his legs are in relation to where the segments are. Like, you got his tail here, and then you got a segment that's above his back leg, and then one that's like relative to his knee here, right?
Right.
So, you know that, let's see where your scorpion's last segment is, yeah, so I think you're good here with that one there. Yeah. The kind of fat, like, oh, I look like I've been eating lots of cicadas and superworms.
June bugs and crickets. Apparently he does not like locusts.
Apparently.
Which is weird, because most scorpions, if they can kill it, they will eat it.
Well, I guess, like, everybody's got his own tastes, right?
Yeah, that's true.
He's got some really fat forelegs, like some beefy little forelegs. Like, look at how big and fat they are. That's crazy.
It is.
Can't forget his little eyes on the top of his head. These are called his median eyes, right?
Yep, median.
He's got two median eyes right on the top of his head. And he's got lateral eyes too, which are not really easily visible in our picture. But they're all along the sides of his face here, and they've got 2 to 5 on each side, depending on the scorpion type.
Yep.
Which is pretty awesome.
It is. Very much so.
So now we're going to go on to our shading stage, but before we do that, we're going to take our eraser and erase any lines that we don't need. So I'm going to show you what I'm going to erase, and then you can erase after because we're sharing an eraser. So I'm going to go through here, and you know, like, I've got lines here in the middle of his tail that I don't need, whatever. I'm just going to go through and rub all those little lines out. It doesn't have to be perfect, like I said again. That's like my favorite thing to say. Well, it doesn't have to be perfect, it doesn't have to be perfect. But it's because it's just about always true, you know. It's not a matter of life and death, it's just a drawing, so just go through and take out, take out any little extra lines like that you don't need. Yeah, exactly, because I'm a big fan of scribbling when I draw. Figure out where everything is, and instead of just jumping right in with hard lines, you know, like, I'm a big fan of scribbling it out and figuring it out. So there you go. I'm even gonna add a whole bunch of little spiky little hairy sense receptors all over my scorpion here. Make it really spiky.
If ever I had a curly hair tarantula, I would call him something like that. Spiky.
That's a good name.
Or Harry.
Or you could just call him Spike.
Harry's a fun name.
Mm-hmm. Hairy legs.
Yeah.
So when you're finished erasing, we're gonna start shading, and we're gonna do my favorite scribble shading here. So don't get too intense about it. Just it's a good idea to go along with the shapes so that it makes it more convincing. That's why I went with the cylinder of its tail. Think about the form when you shade it like that. Think, am I shading a cylinder? Am I shading a cone? Am I shading a cube? You know?
Thanks for watching our video. Make sure to hit the like button, subscribe to our channel, and hit the notification bell and put it on all. Thanks for drawing.
Also, don't forget to leave me a comment or DM me with a fantastic idea for my big painting giveaway.
See you next time.